the Conant Cougars. Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Lee Anderson along with George Hallis. And tonight, George, we're pitting two teams that are both out of the Mid-Suburban League in the South Division. Certainly for Elk Grove, coming in as the underdog in this game. They do, however, have to have some confidence with their first regional win in the last couple of years coming up. That was Tuesday against Frem.
Well, it's not only their first regional win, Lee, but they've won 6 out of their last 7 ball games. The only loss has been a loss to Conant. Normally, Conant would be heavily favored tonight. They're 23-2. They're the Mid-Suburban League champs. However, Corey Brown is out tonight. Rick Kaye is hurting. Elk Grove's got a reasonable chance. They've got to do a couple of things. Jeff Jost has to have another good scoring game, shoot a high percentage from the field. He had a career-high 29 points in the earlier ball game this week. Secondly, Guerra, 7 blocks would be a tremendous game for him again, like he had the other night against Frem. He's got to score in double figures, and he's got to stay out of foul trouble.
On the other side, George, the Conant Cougars, you were mentioning that Rick Kaye is coming back from an ankle injury in which he suffered in their win last week at Hersey in the Mid-Suburban League Championship. How much do you risk playing him, seeing how the injury reacts throughout the game?
Well, I think what Conant's going to do is they're going to see how the ball game unfolds. If they don't need to play him, he'll probably play sparingly. On the other hand, if they lose tonight, the season's over. He'll certainly want to play if the game's tight.
The winner moves on to the sectional semis next week from Elgin High School. We'll have tonight's starting lineups and the opening tip-off. It's Elk Grove and Conant for the regional championship after this on Continental Cablevision.
Chicago Pizza Authority is not just another pizza place. Located in Palatine on Baldwin Road, Chicago Pizza Authority offers an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet served from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, and a dinner buffet from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. The buffet includes pizzas made with all your favorite toppings, hot homemade soups, a salad bar with the freshest cut vegetables, and a mouth-watering hot buffet with barbecue pork chops, chicken, and a variety of other pastas. So call the Chicago Pizza Authority at 358-8811.
Let's set the record straight. You live in the suburbs, yet you rely on Chicago TV stations to inform you of events going on in your own backyard? Broadcast stations just don't do enough to inform suburbanites about their communities. That's where Hometown Edition comes in. Hometown Edition is a show devoted to interesting people and events in the northwest suburbs. You can watch a show from Chicago that attempts to keep current on hundreds of communities, one of which you may actually live in, or you can watch a show geared specifically about the town you live in. The choice is up to you.
There's only one place that brings you coverage of Eddie, J.R., Kelly, and all the action of exciting Chicago Blackhawk hockey. Sports Channel, your home for the Hawks. For 10 years, Sports Channel has been there for all the Blackhawks' big moments. With all the road games plus live pregame shows, you'll see plenty more Cold Steel on Ice this season. There's nothing like Chicago Blackhawk hockey.
For exclusive home team coverage, tune into Sports Channel here on Continental Cablevision of Northern Cook County, Channel 47.
We return to the regional championship. Lee Anderson and George Hallis with you. It's the Elk Grove Grenadiers with a mark of 15-11 going up against the Conant Cougars at 23-2. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups prior to the tip-off. First of all, for Elk Grove, the forwards, number 14, Doug Mavity, and number 24, Bob Garrity. The center is the 6'7" senior, Tim Guerra, and the guards, number 32, Charles Willis, and number 10, Jeff Jost. For Conant, the champions of the Mid-Suburban League for 1993 and 94. The forwards, Ryan Johnson and Jason Ambroson. The center is Rob Cieslinski, and the guards, Dan Lohner, and also Mike Tierney. We expect to see tonight Rick Kaye coming off an ankle injury. He suffered a sprained ankle last week against Hersey in the Mid-Suburban League Championship. The tip-off is won by Conant. They will be going from your right to left on the screen in the home white. Elk Grove in their road green. Turney coming off a 19-point performance in their win over Barrington on Tuesday. Elk Grove in his zone to start in the early going. Three-pointer by Tierney is no good. Offensive rebound by Ambroson. He banked it in off the glass right side.
Marked difference from Elk Grove's game against Friend the other night. I don't think Friend had an offensive rebound in the first quarter.
The Conant show band on their feet, pounding. 2-0, Conant by a deuce. Left baseline jumper is good by Jeff Jost.
Good sign for Friend. Jost's got to have a good game for him tonight. For Elk Grove.
Jost coming off a 29-point performance. He steals the cross-court pass from Mike Turney, and Elk Grove has the ball back. We're a minute into the contest. We're locked at 2. Conant starting out in a man-to-man. Garris clobbered by Cieslinski. Head coaches for tonight's contest, Dan Crivoloni of Elk Grove in his first season, also for Conant, Tom McCormack in his 9th season. The referees, the gentleman in the white and black, Jim Bernardi and also John Hodel, the 2 referees in tonight's regional championship. Elk Grove losing during the regular season twice to Conant. Inside to Guerra, and he banked it in off the glass from the right.
There's another guy who's got to have a good game for Elk Grove.
Guerra had 14 points and 7 block shots in their win Tuesday over the Frem Vikings, which they won 63-58. We're going to have a reach-in foul on Elk Grove. That'll be against Jeff Jost, his first team on the Grens. Jost had 5 3-pointers, and including 29 points total in Elk Grove's win over Frem. That was a career high, by the way, for Jost, and he has been red hot, averaging about 25 points a game over his last half a dozen starts. We will not see Corey Brown this evening. He's ineligible, so that's something that some of the other players are going to have to do, pick up Corey Brown's slack. He's averaging about 21 points a game. Ambroson misses everything, but the tip try from the opposite side is put back and good by Cieslinski.
Got the impression the Elk Grove coaches thought there was a travel there?
Just a wee bit. Nearly 2 minutes into the contest, Elk Grove and Conant tied at 4. Jost with the ball, being guarded by Johnson. Charles Willis now, guarded by Lohner. Elk Grove being patient. Inside to Mavity, off balance, throws it up, no good, rebounded by Tierney. Cougars back on the offensive attack. Tierney fires from 3, he drills it in from the right.
Tierney's one of the guys that's got to pick it up to make up for the absence of Brown and Kaye tonight. First shot's a good one.
7-4, Conant leads by 3. Cougars have won their last 8 in a row. Elk Grove, George mentioned in our pregame, they're a hot team of sort as well. They've won 6 of 7. Inside, ball knocked away by Cieslinski as Willis was trying to hit Guerra on the pick and roll. 5:09 remaining in the opening quarter. Hallis and Anderson with you for the regional championship here at Conant High School, champions of the Mid-Suburban League for 1993-94. Willis can't handle the pass. The ball goes out of bounds. The turnover gives it back to Conant.
Elk Grove doesn't have to play a flawless game tonight, but they certainly need to avoid turnovers like that.
Cougars the ball, trying to add to their 3-point lead. 3-pointer from the right is no good by Lohner, but the putback is good by Cieslinski. Coach Crivoloni off the bench for Elk Grove, probably disappointed that Cieslinski wasn't boxed out.
Basketball 101, you got to keep the big guys off the boards.
5-point lead now for the Cougars. Jost off the dribble, way off. Battle for the loose ball. Jost gets it back, and he's fouled by, I believe, Turney of Conant. I beg your pardon, that'll go against Ambroson. That'll be Jason's first, second team foul on Conant. Rick Kaye, number 22, leading scorer for the Cougars for this year, checks into the game, a 6'4" senior. Kaye did not play in their win 71-53 for Conant on Tuesday over Barrington. Jost hits the first of two. 4:28 remaining in the opening quarter, 9-5. Elk Grove trailing by 4. Second free throw off the rim, no good. Ryan Johnson gets the rebound. Kaye's wide open. The Cougars didn't see him. Tierney now gives it back to Kaye. He wastes no time, fires a three from the left baseline. No good. Offensive rebound by Johnson. Nearly halfway through the opening quarter. Conant trying to add to their 9-5 lead. Left baseline, Ryan Johnson gets the roll, and the Cougars have their biggest lead now at 6.
That was a made basket created by the Conant offense. They worked the ball around the perimeter very well.
Rick Kaye is going to be called for his first foul. Second team foul. Check that, third team foul on the Cougars. 3:51 remaining in the opening quarter. 11-5 Conant by 6. The winner of this game advances to the sectional semifinals of the Elginal Sectional Complex coming up next Tuesday, where they'll take on either number 13 Streamwood or number 12 Elgin Larkin. Shot is blocked out of bounds by Lohner. There's the Conant show band making some early noise here in the first quarter of this regional championship.
Conant crowd off to a good start, Lee.
Checking another substitution into the game, number 32, Dave Dubois, a 6'3" junior, number 32. He is in for the first time for the Cougars. Conant's a team that really goes about 10 deep. Inside to Guerra. Shot off the glass right side, he doesn't get the roll, and then Cieslinski throws it out of bounds just in front of us. I was mentioning the winner of this game taking on either Streamwood or Elgin Larkin. Both those teams were teams that pulled off some upsets. Hoffman Estates was upset by Streamwood, 54-52 on Tuesday, and Elgin Larkin upset 5th seed Elgin, 50-49. Elk Grove promptly throws the ball away following Conant's turnover. The Cougars will get the ball back with 3:24 remaining in the opening quarter. Conant 11, Elk Grove 5. Cougars coming in with a record of 23-2. Last year they were 21-7. Elk Grove with a mark of 15-11. Pass is deflected and then stolen by Guerra. Here comes Jost on the offensive attack now for Elk Grove. Willis passes up the three, gives it to Jost from the left baseline. He doesn't get the shot to go, and there's going to be a loose ball foul on Elk Grove. Jeff Jost gets whistled for his second foul, second team foul on the Elk Grove Grenadiers. Number 12, Jeff Bergman, a 6'3" sophomore guard, now the young man with the ball for Conant. There's the Cougar mascot. His team leading by 6 here, entering the later stages of the first quarter. Three-pointer on the move is no good by Kaye, so he is 0 for 2 since checking into the game, both three-point attempts. Charles Willis tried to pass it in traffic. Ball is stolen. Here comes Kaye. Bounce pass, a little out of the reach, but then finally retrieved. Left baseline by Cieslinski. Three-pointer from the top, no good by Johnson. Rebound by Willis of Elk Grove.
He's the leader of this Elk Grove ball club, and he seems to be taking charge.
Garrity off the glass. He gets the basket to go, and he's fouled. 2:16 remaining in the opening quarter. That foul was on Rob Cieslinski, his second, fourth team foul on Conant. A couple of more substitutions into the game for Conant. Number 55, Jeremy Roach, 6'9" junior, tallest player on either club into the game for the first time for the Cougars. Tony Alvarado, number 4, checks in, sophomore guard for Elk Grove. Free throw is missed by Garrity. Rebound,
nice
battle
hustle
for the loose ball. Nice hustle by Guerra. In the lane, Tony Alvarado comes right in and hits the short jumper. 11-9, Cougar lead down to 2. Traveling on Tierney of Conant. The turnover will give the ball back to Elk Grove, and the Grenadier fans above us making some noise. Trifon Demos, number 53, a 6'6" junior, checks in the game for Elk Grove. Grenadiers now a chance to tie it or take the lead with a three-pointer. Conant with some full court pressure. Willis in some trouble, and he is whistled for a traveling call by Jim Bernardi, one of our officials tonight. 1:50 remaining in the opening quarter. Cougars leading by 2, 11-9.
Elk Grove keeping it close. This could be a ball game, Lee.
Elk Grove in their zone, 2-3 zone. Bergman will be seeing a lot of his name in the next couple of years. He's just a sophomore. Kaye, nice pass to Bergman, maybe a little bit too crisp. As it goes off the hands of Jeff, and Elk Grove will get the ball back on the turnover by Conant.
Yeah, that's one of the pitfalls of playing with a really good passer. Sometimes you're just not looking for it, and he was wide open. It was a great pass, but I don't think he was ready for it.
Elk Grove a chance to tie it again. Inside to Guerra. He goes up strong, rejected by Jeremy Roach. Here comes Turney on the other end, having a difficult time controlling it. Finally he does. Gives it to Dubois. Back to Tierney for the three from the right, no good. Offensive rebound by Bergman, rejected by Guerra. He had 7 blocks on Tuesday in the win over the Frem Vikings. Under a minute left in the quarter. Elk Grove still with a chance to tie it for the third time. They trail 11-9 rather. Alvarado, three-pointer, no good from the top of the key. Rebounded by Dubois. Here comes Tierney on the move. Alley-oop to Kaye. He gets the roll from the left.
Real nice pass that time.
Rick Kaye with his first deuce since coming off the bench midway through the first. 13-9. Conant leading by 4. 23 seconds and counting it remaining in the opening quarter. Let's see if the Grens go for the last shot. They do not. Left baseline jumper is good by Guerra. He's got his second field goal. He has 4 points. 13-11. 7 seconds left and counting. Conant should get the last shot. No, they won't. Ball's deflected. Willis, can he get it off before the buzzer?
Oh, yeah.
Gets it in at the buzzer.
Great shot. Reverse layup.
What a great shot by Willis. We're tied at 13 after 1 quarter for the regional championship. Back for quarter number 2 after you watch this here on Channel 13.
I'm an Australian kid. Being physically active is in my skin. There are days where it's more intense and there are days that it's less intense. But I'm always active. It's not a fad. I don't do it in order to keep in shape for business. I do it because it's part of me. I think in life it's really important to be a player and not a spectator. Sometimes it's difficult, but it's worth it.
ESPN2, people who do. Mary. Mary, Mary.
Dear, funny Mary.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
Oh, forget it.
Mary, 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 Mary.
Here I am.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
I know.
Mary, Mary.
Oh, Mary, you're just so Mary.
Mary.
What show is this for, anyway?
The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Lee Anderson and George Hallis back at Conant High School for this regional championship between Elk Grove and Conant. We have a 13-all tie following that great shot at the buzzer on the move by Charles Willis, who has the ball for Elk Grove as the Grenadiers try to grab the lead to start the second quarter. Guerra from the left baseline. He gets it to go.
Again, Willis is their floor leader. He made that happen, took the ball into the paint, dished it off to Guerra for a real easy shot. If they keep doing that, they're going to be in this ball game till the end.
Dubois, Tierney, Lohner, check that, Ambroson and Johnson, the 5 to start the second quarter for Conant. Tierney, a three-pointer, nothing but net from the right. Tierney with his second 3, he's got 6, and Conant grabs the lead, 16-15. Alvarado needing some help, he throws the ball away. Ambroson with it. Johnson with a 3 from the top, nothing but net. Ryan Johnson with 5, and Conant leads by 4. Cougars with back-to-back 3s by Tierney and Johnson have given the Mid-Suburban League champions a 4-point lead. three-pointer from the top, nothing but net by Alvarado.
Replying in kind, as it were.
Inside Ambroson, gives it to Tierney for the three. He misses it, and it's rebounded by Demos. Alvarado now will get it over the timeline. Garrity, Guerra, and Willis, the five out there for Elk Grove in the second. 19-18, Conant by one. The underdog Grenadiers staying with the favored Conant Cougars here early in the second quarter. Remember, Corey Brown will not play, one of the top guns for Conant in this contest. They do have Rick Kaye back. He played about half the quarter in the first quarter. He's coming off an ankle injury he suffered last week in their Mid-Suburban League Championship win over Hersey. Demos misses the shot from the left. Cougars back on the attack, leading by one, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Doug Mavity will check back in at the next dead ball for Elk Grove. Johnson wide open from the left baseline. He misses the shot. Demos didn't even have to jump to get the rebound for Elk Grove.
And that time, Guerra came out and challenged the shot, and although he didn't get the block, his presence was definitely felt.
Three-pointer is good by Garrity. Tierney went for the steal. Garrity was wide open from the right, and he nailed the three. Garrity with 5 points. Conant going to have a couple of substitutions coming in. Cieslinski, as you look at Tom McCormack, head coach of Conant in his 9th year. Bergman, Kaye, and Cieslinski check in for Conant. The fans looking on at this regional championship game. It's been a good one so far. Elk Grove and Conant. Elk Grove, the top seed in the Elgin sectional complex, and Elk Grove is the number 8 seed. Conant wants and gets a timeout. 5:26 remaining in the second quarter. I guess it's only a two-pointer that Garrity got credit for instead of a three, so it's 20-19. We're going to take a look at a Conant fact. Conant won the Mid-Suburban League Championship game against the Hersey Huskies last week. They won that game 84-77. Rick Kaye scored 22 points, as did Corey Brown in that game for a victorious Conant. And Rick Kaye didn't even play in the second half. Really, he suffered that injury in the first minute of the second half, and Hersey made a furious comeback, but Conant was able to withstand and win that game by 7. Elsewhere tonight in the Elgin sectional complex, the winner of this game will take on the winner of the game between the 12th seed Elgin Larkin Ball Club as they host the 13th seed Streamwood team. In the bottom bracket, number 2 Lake Park is playing host tonight to Doug Millstone and the 7th ranked Buffalo Grove Bison. Number 3 seed Hersey taking on number 6 Schaumburg. The winner of these games will move on to the sectional semis next Tuesday and Wednesday at Elgin High School. Rick Kaye comes into the game, fires a three, no good, and it's rebounded by Guerra. A little over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Elk Grove leading by 1. Garrity on the move, doesn't get the shot to go. Offensive rebound. Battle for the loose ball, and it's off of Elk Grove. .456 remaining in the half. Cougars down by 1, 20-19. Bergman, the sophomore guard, gets it over the timeline for Conant. Tierney's hit a couple of threes for Conant in this first half. He's the leading scorer for Conant with 6. Guerra leads Elk Grove with 6. Tierney, another three, this time from the left.
And the big question is, how long can Elk Grove stay in the zone with Conant shooting that well from the outside?
Ball is deflected out of bounds by Rick Kaye. Conant now leading by 2 on that three-pointer by Tierney. 22-20 in favor of the Cougars. Those fans are perched a ways up. Stolen by Kaye. Here he comes, and he lays it in, no good. I didn't know if Kaye wanted to dunk it, and at the last minute he laid it in. Traveling call on Willis. Elk Grove fans not particularly pleased with that traveling call on Willis.
Coach Tom McCormack having a word with Rick Kaye, probably saying, lay it off the glass. Don't get fancy.
Kaye with a little smile on his face as he strolled down the floor. Conant the ball in a 2-point lead. Tierney another three, nothing but net from the top, and he's feeling it.
Shaking and bacon.
He did a little dance on the stroll back to the defensive side. 12 points for Tierney, all 3-pointers. He's got 4 3-pointers in the first half. Conant leading by 5. Their biggest lead has been 6 in the game. Elk Grove's biggest lead has been 2. Mavity off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Tierney was wide open. Nobody saw him. Finally they get it to him, and he jumps up and lays it off the glass. Timeout, Elk Grove, and the Conant fans are on their feet. Nice play by Tierney. He got the pass and laid it in off the glass while he was in the air. Tierney with 14 points to lead all scorers. The Conant show band is entertaining us with We Will Rock You.
Seems to be the theme of the last minute or so. Conant scored 8 points in a row, take a 7-point lead. They're on a roll. So's the band.
27-20, Conant leading by 7. Dan Crivoloni, he is the head coach of the Elk Grove Grenadiers. This is his first year as varsity basketball coach. The last 5 years, he was the sophomore coach. He took over for Ken Runquist at the start of this season, and his team has responded this year with a 15-11 record. Elk Grove has never been to the sectionals since 1985. They had not won a regional game in the past couple of years since they knocked off Fremd on Tuesday night, 63-58. Both teams on a bit of a roll. Conant has won 8 in a row. Elk Grove has won 6 of 7. Conant with a full court press. They're trapping in the corner. There's a tie-up. The possession arrow will give it back to the Cougars with 3:27 remaining in the first half.
I believe the other night Elk Grove did not have a real problem with Fremd's full court pressure. Obviously Conant does a much better job, and the results are the turnover.
Kaye inside, lays it in off the glass. Rick Kaye explodes to the basket. He's got 4. Biggest lead of the night now for Conant. They lead 29-20. Cougars have scored the last 10 in a row. Right baseline, Mavity inside to Guerra. Ball knocked away, and there's going to be a foul on Bergman of Conant. Jeff Bergman with his first. That's the 15th foul on the Conant Cougars. Dave Dubois checks in, replacing Tierney. Tierney, a red-hot man in the first half with 4 3-pointers. He has 14 points in all.
Elk Grove's got to keep doing what they did on that play, getting the ball inside to Guerra, letting him work against the man-on-man defense.
First free throw is in and out by Guerra. This is a very crucial point of the first half for Elk Grove. Conant has gone on a run, and they don't want this to get out of hand before the half.
10-0 run in the last minute 30, Lee. Pretty impressive.
Guerra misses both free throws. Offensive rebound by Garrity. Jost way outside. Nothing but that. Boy, he hit that one from Elk Grove.
It wasn't even the same zip code. I thought you were the only guy who puts them up from way out there, Lee.
Well, I tend to bomb deep. Had a chance to shoot a few before the game.
So that's a good spot out there. You can certify that, right?
Guys were razzing me. I swished a few, and I'm not going to hear the end of it. Rick Kaye got called for his second foul for Conant. Ball is thrown away by Elk Grove. Coach Dan Crivoloni very upset as he's off the bench. Jost, he came into the playoffs hitting 53 pointers. He had 5 in the win over Fremd in the regional semis. That was on Tuesday night. He has now 56 total for the year. Rick Kaye off the move. Shot is no good, and the rebound by Charles Willis.
I gotta believe Coach Tom McCormick for Conant cringes every time Kaye hits the floor.
Kaye coming off a right ankle injury. Here he gets the steal. Let's see if he goes up, and yes, he just lays it off the glass.
Just like the coach told him. He's behaving himself.
Kaye with 6. Conant leading by 8, 31-23. Mavity gets the ball inbounds to Garrett. Now Willis gets it over the timeline. Garrity is open. He doesn't go up with the shot. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Conant leading by 8. Jost, three-pointer, nothing but net from the left. Jost with 9, and Elk Grove is within 5. 31-26, Cougars the ball and a 5-point advantage. Bergman off the dribble, off the glass, left side, no good. Offensive rebound, blocked out of bounds with 1:27 remaining in the half. Ryan Johnson and Jason Ambroson check back in for Conant. Coach Tom McCormack directing his 23-2 Cougars. Tony Alvarado checks back in, replacing Bob Garrity for Elk Grove. Leading scorers in the first half for Conant, Mike Tierney has 14. Rick Kaye gets a seat on the bench. He has 6 points. He hasn't played since the Mid-Suburban League Championship, which was last Wednesday, and Conant's 7-point win over Hersey. Three-pointer, Bergman misses everything from the left baseline. Elk Grove a chance to cut it down to 3 and maybe a 2. The way Jost has been shooting with a 3, another 3, around and out. Rebounded by Ambroson.
Oh, good steal. Excellent play by Mavity.
Tony Alvarado gets the ball back off the steal by Mavity, as George mentioned. Under a minute remaining in the opening half. Elk Grove hanging tough, trailing by 5, 31-29. Boy, Jost feels it. He wants to bomb away.
He was looking for it there.
Hey, when you're a good shooter and you get hot, you want to keep shooting. Conant gets the steal.
Hey, don't I know it?
Half a minute remaining in the first half. Let's see if the Cougars remain patient, go for the last shot.
And Elk Grove made the adjustment we thought they were going to make. They've gone to a man-to-man defense, and the big disadvantage is that brings Garrett out of the paint.
Ryan Johnson's shot was rejected as he went back door. Ambroson gave him the pass, and Johnson's shot was swatted out of bounds with 11 seconds remaining in the first half. Coach Dan Crivoloni trying to get a couple of more substitutions into the game in the final few seconds of the first half. Rob Shader in for the first time for Conant. He now takes a seat on the Pines. He was in a few moments ago. Way up top, Dubois gets the ball. Final seconds of the first half. Conant leading by 5. Lohner gives it to Johnson, 2 seconds. Turney at the buzzer, off the rim, no good. And we have come to the end of the first half with the score. The Conant Cougars 31, the Elk Grove Grenadiers 26. Back for halftime leading scorers, and then the second half right after this timeout on Channel 13.
Chicago Pizza Authority is not just another pizza place. Located in Palatine on Baldwin Road, Chicago Pizza Authority offers an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet served from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, and a dinner buffet from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. The buffet includes pizzas made with all your favorite toppings, hot homemade soups, a salad bar with the freshest cut vegetables, and a mouth-watering hot buffet with barbecue pork chops, chicken, and a variety of other pastas. So call the Chicago Pizza Authority at 358-8811.
In a time of danger, in a place of secrets, a hero emerges from the shadows to fight against injustice. Experience the adventure, Beauty and the Beast. Weeknights at 6, 3 Pacific.
Lee Anderson and George Hallis back at the regional championship from Conant High School between the Conant Cougars and the Elk Grove Grenadiers, which has Conant leading 31-26 through the first 16 minutes of play. Let's take a look at tonight's leading scorers For Elk Grove, Jost with 9, Guerra 6, and Alvarado has 5 for Conant. Tierney, the leading scorer for the Cougars with 14. Rick Kaye had 6 off the bench, and Ryan Johnson has 5. In 14 points by Tierney, 4 have been 3-pointers. Right now, really the difference, as you see on your screen, in Conant's 5-point lead, George, 31-26. I would have to say, really, is that mini run that they went on, if you call it a mini run, a 10-0 run, that gave Conant a 29-20 lead after they were down by 1. That put them up by 9 points. That right now is the run giving them a little bit of comfort for what they have now, a 5-point lead.
Well, it was a 10-0 run, and it was in about a minute and a half, Lee. And they got it done both from the outside with the 3-point shots, and they got a couple of steals off the defensive end. That obviously gave them a tremendous advantage at that point. They went up by, as I recall, 9 points. Elk Grove was able to cut it back down to 5. Elk Grove's not out of it, though. The good news is Tim Guerra has 0 fouls for the first half. He can cut it loose here in the second half. He's what makes their defense happen. When they're in that zone, those guards can go out and chase because they know Guerra's behind him. He'll take care of anybody that drives. You know, one big difference between this game and the game that we did Tuesday night, Elk Grove versus Frem, Jost was much more active on the defensive end of the court. He got a couple of steals. They need that if they're going to challenge Conant here in the second half.
Rick Kaye, I'd mentioned, one of the big guns for Conant. He played some in the first half. He did not start. It looks, though, like he's playing maybe a little bit tentative compared to what he would normally play. And it's tough when you suffer an ankle injury, as we were witnessed in the first half, when he went up for a possibility to dunk the ball or lay it off the glass and he missed the short shot. Let's see if Kaye's leg affects him a little bit in the second half. He is starting the second half for Conant. Corey Brown not playing tonight for the Cougars. One of the other big guns for Conant. Tim Guerra gets the first deuce of the second half by either club. He's got 8.
He's got to have a big half for them to win this ballgame.
Conant's lead is 3. Ryan Johnson, Rob Cieslinski, and Rick Kaye up front. Dan Lohner and Mike Tierney in the backcourt. Tierney throws the ball out of bounds as he was trying to hit Cieslinski underneath the basket from the right side.
Conant back with the full court pressure, gave Elk Grove a lot of headaches in the first half.
Elk Grove with Tim Guerra, Bob Garrity, and Doug Mavity up front. The guards, Charles Willis and Jeff Jost. Willis now down the lane, fakes, and he gets called for the travel.
An unfortunate end to actually an excellent play by Willis. He brought the ball up by himself against the full court pressure, found himself in the paint with a wide open shot. Just got a case of happy feet.
Tierney with the ball. He had 4 threes in the first half. He's the leading scorer in the game with 14. Rick Kaye off the dribble, gives it back to Tierney. Nearly a minute into the third quarter. Backdoor Johnson. He misses the shot from the right. Kaye gets the offensive rebound. Almost a steal by Jost. Jost had 2 fouls in the first half, and those were the only 2 fouls that Elk Grove committed as a team. Johnson tried to pass it inside to Tierney. He wasn't expecting it, and Johnson threw the ball away. Game getting a little sloppy in the early moments of the third quarter. Elk Grove a chance to cut it to 1, or they can tie it with a 3-pointer. Guerra turnaround off the back of the rim, no good. A collision, loose ball picked up by Elk Grove's Garrity. Spin move, he lays it in from the left side. Bob Garrity with 4, 31-30. Conant's lead down to 1. Conant led by as many as 9. It looks like Guerra's hurt.
He's hurt. There was a collision at midcourt on that last exchange. I think he's got an injured finger or wrist.
Willis looking for somebody, and he calls a timeout. Smart play. He was in trouble, and Guerra just to our left looks like he's in some pain. He has a very grimacing look on his face. 31-30. Conant's lead is only 1. They led by as many as 9 in the first half. Now Elk Grove has cut the lead down to 1. Tom McCormack huddled around his Conant Cougars. Cougars cheerleaders cheering their fans on here in this regional championship, with the winner moving to the sectional semis from Elgin High School coming up next Tuesday and Wednesday. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the game between number 13 seed Streamwood and number 12 seed Elgin Larkin. That game will be on Tuesday at 7:30. In the other bracket, games also going on tonight. The 7th seed Buffalo Grove is at number 2 Lake Park. The 3rd seed Hersey playing host to number 6 Schaumburg. The winners of those two games, they will hook up next Wednesday at 7:30 in the sectional semis from Elgin. The sectional championship a week from tonight at Elgin High School, with the winner advancing to the DeKalb Super Sectionals. March Madness, one of the greatest times, if not the greatest times of any sports year, in my opinion. Certainly if you like basketball.
No question about it. Always an exciting time of year. Demos is in for Elk Grove, replacing Guerra. Guerra apparently has a finger injury. The upside for Elk Grove is it's not on his shooting hand.
Willis double dribbled the basketball. Conant gets the ball back, leading by only 1. They beat Barrington, did Conant, 71-53 on Tuesday in the regional quarterfinals. Elk Grove knocked off Fremd 63-58. Tierney inside, no good. And we are going to have, no, not a loose ball foul. It's going to be off of Conant's Tierney. 5:26 remaining in the third quarter. Hope you're enjoying this regional championship along with George Hallis. I'm Lee Anderson here from Conant High School in Hoffman Estates in our final game of basketball 1993-94 here on Channel 13. Hope you have enjoyed them all year long. We certainly have enjoyed bringing them to you. Good game in our final game. Elk Grove hanging tough with the favored Conant Cougars. Grenadiers a chance to get the lead. Jose, fake. Shot is way off the left baseline. Willis gets the offensive rebound. Turnaround jumper by Demos, and he gets it from the left baseline.
Actually, that play was made possible by Mavity. He tipped the ball out to Willis. Willis got it to Demos for the hoop.
Elk Grove gets the lead back, their first lead since the first half, 32-31. They have scored all 6 points here in the second half. Turney driving left baseline. He loses control of it.
Conant just doesn't look very sharp coming out to open the second half, Lee.
I wonder if Elk Grove were to score, if Tom McCormick maybe would want a timeout. His team is a little bit out of sync to start the second half, and this is where Elk Grove needs to take advantage of it. Left baseline jumper is no good by Garrity. That would have been a big shot had it dropped. Coach Dan Crivoloni schooling his team from the sidelines. His first year as head coach. Ambroson and Dubois will check back in for Conant, replacing Tierney and Lohner. Well, certainly no question when you don't have Rick Kaye at 100%, and also you take out Corey Brown. I mean, that means a lot to your team. Those two guys, they're responsible on the year for about 42 points averaged in a game.
Oh, no question about it. You know, and this is the first time I've seen Conant this year. I can only imagine how good they'd be with Corey Brown out there. On the other hand, you got to give a lot of credit to Elk Grove. They're playing real hard. They're playing smart, except for that play, leaving the guy wide open in the paint. But still, they're in the ball game, and Guerra's on the bench. They're in good shape.
Conant regains the lead, 33-32. They get their first points in the second half. Took them almost half the quarter to get it.
Outstanding pass by Jost. He had excellent court vision there. Saw the whole court. Made the pass. Easy hoop.
Bob Garrity with 6, and Elk Grove regains the lead after Conant had just got the lead back briefly. Took Conant nearly half the quarter to get their first points of the quarter. Conant on the year, they're an explosive team, averaging over 70 points a game average-wise for the year. Rick Kaye, beautiful pass to Cieslinski for the layup from the left.
And even though he's not 100%, Elk Grove certainly very aware of Kaye's presence on the court. He was double teamed on that play. Cieslinski was wide open.
Beautiful move Charles Willis off the dribble gets the layup from the left. The seesaw battle continues. Elk Grove now leads 36-35. Kaye off the dribble. Gives it to Ambroson. Cieslinski with the ball. He has 6 points in the game. Inside to Dubois, shuffle pass to Kaye. He gets the roll from the left baseline. Kaye with 8, and Conant regains the lead, 37-36. Both crowds starting to get into it in this close battle. Both teams members of the Mid-Suburban League South Conference. Steal to Conant. Rick Kaye gets the loose ball. Nice pass to Johnson.
Outstanding pass.
Ryan Johnson with 7 off a beautiful pass by Kaye. Johnson with his 3rd field goal of the ball game. Conant Showband, a few of the members are on their feet. Bob Garrity misses the shot. Rebound to Conant. This is where the Cougars would like to make a little run. They now lead by 3, and Guerra looks like he will check back in at the next dead ball. Kaye's 3-pointer is in and out, rebounded by Demos of Elk Grove. Just over a minute remaining in the 3rd quarter. Elk Grove the ball down by 3, 39-36. Ball knocked out of bounds by Rob Cieslinski of Conant. Tim Guerra checks back in. Looks like his finger is taped. Actually, his 2 fingers are taped. Tony Alvarado also re-enters the lineup for Elk Grove. Jeff Bergman comes in for the first time in the 2nd half. Sophomore guard for Conant, number 12. Mavity with the ball from the right baseline. Garrity gives it off to Alvarado. The 3 from the left baseline, no good. Ambroson battle for the loose ball, and we're going to get a foul on Elk Grove with 59 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Coach Dan Crivoloni didn't like that call, and let's see why he didn't like it.
Alvarado firing the 3. Scramble for the loose ball. And
Tough
Mavity
call. Tough call.
appeared to get Ambroson on the back of his leg or legs. Ball is swatted away by Guerra. Offensive foul.
Big play. Not only got the block, but the offensive foul. That's not what Conant wanted to do at the offensive end.
Guerra coming back in the game, getting the swat, but before he got the swat, that offensive foul was on Dubois. That'll be Dubois' first team foul on Conant in the 2nd half.
And we're seeing what kind of a defensive force Guerra can be playing foul-free at this point. Still has yet to get a foul in this ball game.
Steve Cho checks in for the first time. Oh, what a great save by Bergman. Behind his back, he saved it in from going out of bounds into the hands of Ryan Johnson. Jose gets the steal. Here's Steve Cho, number 23 now at the basketball. Tony Alvarado, cross court to Mavity. Almost a great steal by Cieslinski. Jose fakes, then goes up with the 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Mavity. 10 seconds and counting remaining in the 3rd quarter. Intensity is picking up on both sides. Jose now off the dribble, on the run. No good, and we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, Conant 39, Elk Grove 36. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes right after this timeout on Channel 13.
Let's set the record straight. You live in the suburbs, yet you rely on Chicago TV stations to inform you of events going on in your own backyard? Broadcast stations just don't do enough to inform suburbanites about their communities. That's where Hometown Edition comes in. Hometown Edition is a show devoted to interesting people and events in the northwest suburbs. You can watch a show from Chicago that attempts to keep current on hundreds of communities, one of which you may actually live in, or you can watch a show geared specifically about the town you live in. The choice is up to you.
Now you can see it 5 times a week.
Did you guys hear the news?
Sisters, only on Lifetime. Alex.
My marriage is over.
Teddy.
I've got to create my own life.
Georgie.
You're just going to have to trust me.
Frankie.
Want to make a baby?
4 sultry sisters, 5 steamy nights a week.
Why do I get the impression that all you two ever do is eat and
It runs in the family. Sisters, coming in January, only on Lifetime.
Back with you on Channel 13. Before we start the fourth quarter, we do want to mention this is LOTV Channel 13's last game of the week for the 1994 basketball season. Producer Armin Klugen would like to thank all of those who have made these games possible. Without their contributions, these games wouldn't even occur. Neil Trilling, Seth Rosner, Karen Scarmella, Tom Venna, Tom Paduke, Kathy Betts, Gary Scheffler, Jim Serpy, Mike Poglich. We have a foul with 7:47 left. Also Jay Elliott, Andy Likey, Pat Benson, and Mike Rempala. Also myself, Lee Anderson, Don Johnson, and George Hallis. We also want to thank you. Thanks, everyone. It's a total team effort. And we certainly want to thank you, the fans, for tuning in here on Channel 13 for basketball season in the Mid-Suburban League. It's been a lot of fun. That foul was on Guerra. That's his first, third team foul on Elk Grove. First free throw is good by Bergman. That's his first point of the night. 40-36, second free throw. Bergman gets the roll. Bergman, Johnson, Tierney, Dubois, and Ambroson, the five out there for Conant to start the fourth quarter. Alvarado, Jost, Garrity, Mavity, and Guerra, the five out there for Elk Grove. Guerra goes to the basket strong and lays it in off the glass from the right.
Elk Grove did a really good job of breaking through Conant's pressure defense that time. Excellent passing, moved the ball, got it to Guerra, easy layup.
Guerra with 10, he has 5 field goals. Ball out of bounds off of Elk Grove with 7:13 left. Coach Dan Crivolone just before of us, couldn't quite believe the call. Mike Tierney of Conant, leading scorer for the Cougars with 14 points, as you see on your screen, number 21. He had 4 3-pointers in the first half. Leading scorer for Elk Grove is Tim Guerra. He's got 10. Nice steal by Jeff Jost on the inbounds pass. Gives it to Guerra on the move. Guerra gets the roll. He's got a dozen.
And again, as we said the other night, Jost was doing that quite a bit. That's what they need.
Elk Grove within 1. Dubois doesn't get the roll. Battle for the loose ball. And it's taken by Jost of Elk Grove and the Grenadiers. Just over a minute played in the fourth quarter, a chance for the lead. Jeff Jost with the ball. He's nailed a couple of threes. He hasn't scored in the second half. Guerra with the ball. He's made the last 2 buckets for the Grenadiers that have put Elk Grove in a position now to take the lead. They're only down by 1. Elk Grove at 15 and 11. Conant at 23 and 2. Garrity off the glass. Tom McCormick wants a timeout with 6:11 to go. And the Elk Grove fans are on their feet. The underdog Grenadiers leading the favored Cougars 42-41.
Elk Grove's outscored Conant by 6 since halftime. They're pumped. The coach is pumped. And hey, Lee, they got nothing to lose. They came in as the underdogs. They can, there's not a lot of pressure on them. And they're in real good shape. Nobody's in foul trouble, really. They can play with pretty much reckless abandon for the rest of this ball game. I think we've got a barn burner.
Our last game on Channel 13 for the year, turning out to be quite an affair. The Elk Grove Grenadiers leading the Conant Cougars 42-41 with 6:11 left. I also do, while we have a chance, want to thank the new athletic director from Conant, Washington Bush, and District 211 for helping us bring this game to you this evening. Also both coaches, Coach Dan Crivolone from Elk Grove and Coach Tom McCormick from Conant. We also thank them for all their support and helping us bring this game to you on Channel 13. Rick Kaye back into the game for Conant. Taped up right ankle and all. Kaye has the basketball in his hands. Kaye, remember last week in the Mid-Suburban League Championship, suffered a sprained right ankle in their win over Hersey. This is his first game he's played in since that injury. He has 8 points in the game. Conant the ball down 1. We've played over 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer by Johnson, no good. Battle for the loose ball, and it's off of Tierney. Well, these Elk Grove fans making some noise above us.
Hey, they got something to be excited about.
Big possession here for Elk Grove, leading by 1. They'd like to get a good shot. Almost a steal by Kaye. Now there is a steal by Cieslinski, but he throws the ball away as he was trying to hit Bergman. Bob Garrity, and he is fouled with 5:37 left.
Smart play by Garrity. Could have pulled up and taken a jumper. Instead, he chose to take the ball to the hoop, got the foul. If he hits them, they're, on their way.
Ryan Johnson commits his first foul. That's the second team foul on Conant.
I don't know about you, Lee, but I love to be surrounded by screaming women.
First free throw is good by Garrity, and Elk Grove leads by 2. Well, George, they always surround you. They might as well surround you in a basketball game as well.
Yeah, what can you say? I'm a screaming woman magnet.
Elk Grove equals their biggest lead of the ball game. They lead by 2. Garrity's played a fine ball game. There you look at Bob. He has 11 points.
Yeah, he really wasn't much of a factor against Frem, but he is playing a terrific ball game tonight.
Elk Grove has their biggest lead of the ball game. Ryan Johnson throws the ball out of bounds. There seems to be a little bit of concern on the faces of the Conant Cougars at this point.
I'd have to say they look a little rattled right now, and I'm not sure what was going on that time, but Cieslinski wound up holding one of the other players.
Kaye on the other end doesn't get the bucket. Boy, he's mad at himself for not getting the bucket, but he's fouled, and Rick Kaye will be at the charity stripe. Foul was on Jost. That'll be Jeff Jost's 3rd foul, 4th team foul on the Grenadiers. On the free throw line, Rick Kaye for the first time this evening. 5:17 to go. Elk Grove leading Conant 44-41. Cougars, the #1 seed in the Elgin sectional complex, going up against the #8 seed, the Elk Grove Grenadiers. First free throw is good by Kaye. He's got 9. Conant won both regular season meetings in the South Conference, the Mid-Suburban League, 77-70 and 87-74. Kaye with 10. Conant within 1, 44-43. Off the glass basket, good, and a foul. Bob Garrity with 14 points. That gives him 10 in the second half.
Boy, he is just playing an outstanding game once again. Wise choice, took the ball to the hoop, not only got the layup, but drew the foul.
Cieslinski with the foul, his 3rd, team 3rd. Free throw is good by Garrity. He's the leading scorer on either club now with 15. Elk Grove by 4. Inside to Kaye. Bounce pass, Cieslinski, rejected by Guerra.
Rejected with authority. There's another guy who's really pumped up for Elk Grove. He's got 4 fouls to give, and he's playing a lot more aggressively here in the second half.
5:02 left, Conant down by 4. The favored Cougars in for a dogfight. Maybe not quite what they expected tonight. On the move, no good by Johnson, but he's fouled. Foul is on Guerra. That'll be Tim Guerra's 2nd foul, the 5th team foul on Elk Grove. Ryan Johnson, 5 of his 7 points in the first half, will be at the charity stripe for the first time tonight. Johnson, a 6'5" senior. First free throw is good. He has got 8. Conant down by 3, 47-44. 4:52 left in the game. Johnson, 2nd one good as he gets the roll. Johnson with 9. It's a 2-point Elk Grove lead, 47-45. Conant fans now are on their feet. Boy, this is what March Madness is all about. Both sides are really into it now. Mavity back to Garrity. Cougars looking for the turnover and the Grens looking for a big shot. Nearing the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Jost driving left baseline, tough shot on the move. Nothing but
Outstanding leading in.
Jost with 11. Tierney from the right baseline, no good off the glass. The tip back is good by Cieslinski. Cieslinski with his fourth field goal. That'll give him 8. And it's 49-47. Conant again within 2. Over halfway through the fourth quarter. Garrity, Jost with it. He just made the last field goal for his first bucket of the second half. .340 and counting remaining. Elk Grove leading 49-47. Inside Guerra. Bounce pass with a layup by Garrity.
Outstanding pass by Guerra. Good cut to the basket by Willis. Elk Grove executing flawlessly at the offensive end right now.
I beg your pardon, that basket was by Willis, not Garrity. Willis has got 6th. 51-47, and we're going to get a holding foul on Doug Mavity. That'll be his 3rd, the 6th team foul in Elk Grove. One more foul in Elk Grove, and Conant will be at the charity stripe. 3:16 to go. Elk Grove trying to pull off a stunner. They lead 51-47. Conant playing without Corey Brown. They have Rick Kaye back, but probably not quite at 100%. Nursing a right ankle injury. Tierney throws the ball away into the hands of Jost.
I think Garrett got a hand on that, and certainly he was the intimidating factor there. Made Conant kick the ball out.
Charles Willis gets a timeout with 3 minutes and 2 seconds left, and Elk Grove trying to add to their 4-point lead, 51-47. You were saying, George, that Bob Garrity, really, he has been a vital cog in this second half by Elk Grove. He has 15 points, and 11 of them have been in the second half.
Certainly, this has got to be his best half of the season, and again, this is something that Elk Grove really needed. They needed somebody else besides Jost and Garrett to step up. Gary decided he's the man tonight, and they're getting a much better balanced attack. They're in great shape right now. Up by 4 with just over 3 minutes to go. We're looking at one of the best high school basketball games we've seen in a long time.
Conant certainly, and there's a long way to go. They're down by 4, just over 3 minutes to go. If they were to lose this game, this would really be a crushing loss to them in what has been a tremendous season. I think a lot of people that follow Conant basketball certainly were expecting big things from this team, thinking that perhaps this might be a year for them to go down state. They're 23-2, and if they were to lose this early in the regional championship, that would really be a stunning blow to not only the team, the coaching staff, but also the fans as well.
Oh, no question about it. And you look across at the Conant crowd, I don't see any smiling faces.
Elk Grove has it under 3 minutes now remaining in the game. They lead by 4. Conant fans on their feet, needing a steal from their defensive squad. Elk Grove, let's see if they're patient now. Force Conant maybe to foul them. Conant has a long way to go to put Elk Grove on the foul line. Cougars only have 3 fouls as a team. They need 4 fouls to put Elk Grove on the line.
On the other hand, right now, basically the Elk Grove offense seems to be to hold on to the ball, take care of it, make Conant come out and foul him.
Elk Grove will have it. It went off of Conant. Dubois checks back in, replacing Dan Lohner with 2:29 left. 51-47, the Grens leading the Cougars. Elk Grove trying to pull off a major upset, and they're going to try to eliminate the #1 seed Cougars from the Elgin sectional complex. Charles Willis, and a tripping foul is called on Johnson. Johnson with his second, only the 4th team foul on Conant with 2:18 remaining.
And other than the fact that that stops the clock momentarily, that's what Elk Grove wants.
Conant's going to have to use up their fouls if they don't get a steal from Elk Grove. little over 2 minutes remaining, and the Cougars down by 4. Rick Kaye gets the steal. Here comes Kaye on the other end, and he gets the dunk. Kaye's got a dozen, a huge steal and a dunk by Kaye. Fans on their feet, and Conant within 2, 51-49. Guerra now has on a timeout.
Oh, Garrity wide open. Great pass by Guerra. Again, Elk Grove solves the Conant press.
Cougars left the back door home. Three-pointer is good by Kaye. Oh, brother. And he is pumped. Kaye with 15.
No question about it. Kaye has decided this is the time he needs to step up. Again, Guerra wide open.
Guerra gets the bucket. Guerra has got 14, and Elk Grove leads by 3. 1:10 and counting remaining in the game. Dubois gives it to Johnson for the tying 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Cieslinski has it, and we are going to have a foul on Elk Grove with 1:01 left. That'll be a shooting foul now, as Elk Grove is in the penalty. Boy, what a game.
Oh, no question about it. This is all we could have asked for tonight.
Man, give me the oxygen tank.
Really.
On the free throw line is, excuse me, George, on the free throw line is Rob Cieslinski.
And certainly at this point, you got to say these are critical free throws.
Rob Cieslinski with a 1-and-1. First free throw, it's good. Cieslinski with 9, and Conant is within 2, 55-53. You kind of get the impression this might come down to whoever has it last.
Certainly, the way the lead was changing hands there, that was a critical miss.
Johnson, offensive rebound, he ties it. Oh my! We're tied at 55. Traveling on Jose with 51 seconds left.
Coach Dan Crivoloni, Elk Grove, looking for the foul there. Not sure there wasn't one, but it's a traveling call and a big one.
Conant the ball now, a chance for the lead. Let's see if the Cougars go for the last shot. 42 seconds and counting left. We're tied at 55. Oh, is that a shot by Johnson to tie the game off balance?
No question about it.
Well, it's one of those ice in the veins shots.
And they've got Kaye posted up low against Garrity. The ball goes into him, and it's off of his hands.
Ball goes off of Rick Kaye, and now Elk Grove has it with a chance for a possible win. 26 seconds left. Boy, we got a barn burner for our final game of the year here on Channel 13. Conant and Elk Grove tied at 55. Leading scorers in this game. For Elk Grove, Bob Garrity has got 17, including 13 in the second half. Tim Guerra, he has got 14, and Jeff Joes with 11. Those three are the three in double figures. For Conant, Rick Kaye has 15, 9 of them in the second half. Mike Tierney with 14, and he got all of those, including 4 3-pointers in the first half. Rob Cieslinski with 9. Ryan Johnson, who hit that clutch shot just moments ago to tie it, he's in double figures with 11. The Conant Show Band performing on the other side of the court.
Okay, Elk Grove's got the ball, 26 seconds left. I gotta believe Guerra's gonna be the first option. If not, Jost has been shooting well, but they might have run a play for Garrity. He's been their hottest scorer here in the second half. Guerra is going to be their most sure option. I mean, basically when they've gotten the ball down, or when they've gotten the ball to Guerra in the blocks, he's basically been scoring pretty much at will.
Elk Grove, you would have to figure, would love to get the final shot and not give Conant a chance to even tie it, or if Elk Grove misses it, a chance to win it. We're down to 10 seconds left. We're tied at 55.
Guerra
Pass
calls
to
for the
Guerra.
ball.
Off of Guerra, and he slams his fist in disgust with 6 seconds left. Timeout, Conant. 55 to 55. The regional championship has been a spectacular game between the 23-2 Conant Cougars and the 15-11 Elk Grove Grenadiers. George Hallis and Lee Anderson, and that lady, I can't figure out if she just doesn't want to listen to the music anymore, or it's just a little too loud to her, or actually she's holding her eyes because she didn't want to look at that last pass.
Well, again, as we thought they would, they tried to get the ball into Guerra with 6 seconds left. Conant played some good defense there. Can't say that the ball wasn't forced a little bit. Now, the big question is, where does Conant go? First option would obviously be Kaye, but I gotta believe Elk Grove knows that. Tierney had 4 threes in the first half. He's been silent the second half. It's going to be exciting no matter what happens.
6 seconds left. Will we see overtime? Conant trying to win it.
And right now we've got the matchup of the game. Garrity for Elk Grove on Rick Kaye. They get the ball into Kaye. They're going to let him take it.
Kaye going one-on-one. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Knocks the ball out of bounds.
Clock is down to 2 seconds left. Conant is going to need a quick shot. Otherwise, we're going to see overtime between the Grens and the Cougars.
And I'm not sure I understand this, Lee. Why would you have Rick Kaye passing the ball in with 2 seconds?
Kaye gives it to Johnson at the buzzer. Off the back of the rim, no good. And we're going to overtime.
As we should. It's our last game of the year. We don't want to get out of here just yet.
Let's have a little more fun. We're tied at 55. We'll be back for overtime. Right, no, I beg your pardon.
We'll stay right here.
We are not going to take a break. Conant and Elk Grove are tied at 55 apiece. We were tied at 13 apiece at the end of the first quarter. At halftime, Conant led Elk Grove 31-26. Through 3 quarters, Conant was leading by 3, 39-36. And we are tied at 55 going into overtime. No one in real serious foul trouble. Doug Mavity and Jeff Jost each have 3 for Elk Grove. For Conant, Rob Cieslinski with 3 fouls. No one on either team has 4 fouls.
I think a big question here is how much does Rick Kaye have left? He really put on a tremendous spurt there in the last couple minutes of the fourth quarter, led the Cougars back. He's limping noticeably.
Cieslinski, Johnson, Dubois, Tierney, and Kaye, the 5 to start overtime for Conant. 3 minutes of overtime. We're tied at 55. Jost, Willis, Mavity, Garrity, and Guerra, the starting 5 out there for Elk Grove, and the Grenadiers win the overtime tip. Jost with the ball, drives right baseline, shot off the glass, no good, and it's rebounded by Mike Tierney of Conant.
That was the shot they wanted, just didn't fall for him.
Rick Kaye throws the ball out of bounds as he was trying to hit Tierney. 2:39 remaining in the overtime, 55 apiece. Elk Grove and Conant for the right to move to the sectional semis next Tuesday at Elgin High School. This is the regional championship between the top seed Conant Cougars and the number 8 seed Elk Grove Grenadiers. Jost with it right baseline. Guerra, turnaround jumper, nothing but net. Guerra has got 16, his 8th field goal of the game, and Elk Grove leads 57-55, a little over 2 minutes remaining in overtime.
I gotta believe we'll see the ball going into Guerra pretty much on every offensive possession.
Cieslinski is fouled with 2:03 left, and Rob Cieslinski will be at the charity stripe. Charles Willis with his second foul. Cieslinski with 2 free throws. He's 1 for 2 at the line, 9 points total in the game. He will try to become the 4th member of the Conant Cougars to reach double figures in scoring in the game. Cieslinski hits the first free throw. Tom McCormick and his staff looking on. Coach Dan Crivoloni getting a break to get a drink of water. Cieslinski hits both free throws. He's got 11, and we're tied at 57. We've played over a minute in the overtime.
And at this point, Conant's pretty much given up on the full court pressure. Ooh, big foul there. I don't know if we've got a replay on that, but Willis gets called for the foul.
Charles Willis gets called for his 3rd foul, 2nd in the past couple of moments. Dave Dubois will be at the free throw line with a 1-and-1.
Here's the replay. And, boy, that's another tough call. Could have gone either way. It's possible Willis got pushed from behind, fell to the ground.
Free throw by Dubois is no good. Ball is out of bounds off of Elk Grove. 1:09 into overtime, and Elk Grove and Conant tied at 57.
Big break for Conant right there. Kaye for 3.
Rick Kaye with a big 3, and he does a little shuffle down the floor.
He looks like he's got his energy back.
Kaye with 18. He's the leading scorer now for Conant. Cougars by 3, 60-59. Boy, this is a huge possession for Elk Grove. Here's the steal. Here comes Kaye on the other end, and he is fouled by Garrity. Rick Kaye, a major role in this 4th quarter, and now in overtime, and why not? He's one of the best players in the area, averaging about 21 points a game.
I believe he was Mid-Suburban League Co-Player of the Year along with teammate Corey Brown, and he's certainly given us a demonstration as to why.
First free throw is good by Kaye. He's got 19. Conant now leads by 4, 61-57, with 1:25 left in the overtime. Kaye gets both free throws. He's scored the last 5 points. Conant leads by 5, 62-57. Willis, and he is fouled with 1:17 left. Give Willis some credit. He went down low and drew a foul.
He went right after it, and they had to challenge him. He's been hitting that left-hander off the glass all night. Cieslinski had to come out and commit the foul.
Charles Willis will be at the charity stripe. His first time this evening at the line. He has 6 points in the game. First free throw off the back of the rim, no good. 1:17 left. Elk Grove trailing now by 5. Second free throw. He gets that one to rattle home. Willis with 7. Conant's lead is 4. 62-58. Cougars on top. Conant now, let's see if they spread the floor a little. Tierney fires a 3. He gets it to go.
That's his first hoop since the first half. Probably couldn't have come at a better time for Conant.
Tierney might have punched the ticket to Elgin with that 3. Three-pointer by Jost. Jeff Jost says not quite yet.
You can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
40 seconds left and counting. 62. Check that, 65-61. Conant a 4-point lead in the ball. Rick Kaye a 3 from the top of the key. Nothing but that. Look at Kaye. He's sending a message to the gods. Garrity misses the 3. Battle for the loose ball. Cieslinski has it. It looks as though Conant's going to win its 24th game of the year. They lead by 7. Final seconds in overtime. And Rick Kaye is fouled. Look at Kaye. I think he's pointing the direction to Elgin.
I do believe Elgin is in that general direction. And
boy, he don't care at this point. He just wants to get a ticket on the bus.
Really.
Rick Kaye.
You can't say enough about Rick Kaye. I mean, he's playing obviously not at 100%. He was tentative in the first half. He came on real big in the fourth quarter, and here in the overtime, give him a lot of credit.
Rick Kaye hits the first free throw. He has got 24, and he has absolutely shot out of a cannon in the fourth quarter in overtime. Next free throw, no good. 69-61. Conant's going to win it and move to the sectional semifinals next Tuesday. Three-pointer, no good. Jost lays it in off the glass at the buzzer. The final score, the Conant Cougars 69 and the Elk Grove Grenadiers 63. George and I will be back for our post-game wrap-up after you watch this here on Channel 13.
Chicago Pizza Authority is not just another pizza place. Located in Palatine on Baldwin Road, Chicago Pizza Authority offers an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet served from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, and a dinner buffet from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. The buffet includes pizzas made with all your favorite toppings, hot homemade soups, a salad bar with the freshest cut vegetables, and a mouth-watering hot buffet with barbecue pork chops, chicken, and a variety of other pastas. So call the Chicago Pizza Authority at 358-8811.
The Bulls are celebrating the last historic season in Chicago Stadium. And the best coverage of this very special year is only on Sports Channel.
For 10 years, Sports Channel has been there for all the Bulls' big moments and will continue this year with more exclusive coverage than anywhere else, with live pre- and post-game coverage featuring players and Coach Phil Jackson.
Join us this season on your home for Bulls basketball.
Sports Channel, here on Continental Cablevision of Northern Cook County, Channel 47.
George Hallis back here with victorious Conant coach Tom McCormick, Ryan Johnson, seen here the overtime win, 69-63. Tom, was looking pretty tense right there down the stretch. What did you tell your team?
Well, we just talked about everything we've been through the last 4 years, and we didn't want it to end here on our home floor. We really stepped up a little bit defensively, I think, at the end of the game. Got some key turnovers and were able to convert them. We weren't converting a lot of our turnovers early, and I think that was the difference down the stretch. Hit some big shots in the overtime.
No question about it. Ryan, tremendous team effort. It seemed like at different points of the ball game, a different team member stepped up and took over. Is that the way you saw it?
Yeah, that's exactly how I saw it. I think Mike Tierney had a really great game for us. He stepped up a lot since Corey's been out, and Rick Kaye, he's just getting back, and he really stepped up for us a lot tonight.
Coach, Rick Kaye looked a little tentative in the first half, but he really came on in the fourth quarter in the overtime. I saw in one dunk attempt in the first half, you might have toggled him back a little bit. Is that what you told him?
Well, you know, he hasn't played in about a week, and, you know, he can't do some of the things that he's normally used to doing. I think as the game went on, he adjusted pretty well to his new, his new lack of athletic ability, I guess, for a little while.
No question about it. Ryan, how does it feel? This has got to be a great win for you guys.
This feels great. All of us seniors pulled together at the end, said this is not going to be our last game at home, and we came out and fire in our eyes for defense, and we really turned it up at the end.
Ryan, congratulations. Coach McCormick, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the way. Lee, great ball game.
Thanks again, congratulations, great job. Good luck to the Conant Cougars the remainder of the way. They knocked off Elk Grove by a final score of 69 to 63. George, what a way to end it here on Channel 13 for the year.
Unbelievable. Great overtime win. Coach McCormick, congratulations. Ryan Johnson, great game.
For George Hallis, I am Lee Anderson, the rest of the Continental Cablevision crew. Thanks for watching all year. What a barn burner in overtime again. Conant Cougars, they win the regional championship, going to the sectional semis next week with a 69-63 win over Elk Grove. Thanks for watching, everyone, and good night.